Hi. I'm glad you're back. I'm actually surprised to see you back. Anyway, I'm Brad Strong, and I have a special guest with me right now. It's Dr. Una Fay, and she's here to promote her new book. It's called In Search of the Kitty Within, a 12-step guide to where your kitty's head is at. I love that vernacular, Dr. Una.
Thank you, Brad.
Now, could you tell me a little about your book? It looks really interesting.
Well, Brad, one of the things that I discovered in researching my book was that our friends, the little kitties, are basically like radio receivers, if you will. For instance, they pick up on energy that's around them. So, say if you have a very angry little kitty, chances are maybe you're experiencing some anger in your life, or perhaps if you have a sad kitty, well, are you unhappy? If your little feline friend is a little promiscuous, chances are if you take a look at yourself, you might find that you're promiscuous too.
Not me, Dr. Una.
It's true. It's true.
Yes, well, I had some questions I wanted to ask you about the book, but actually, I had some readers send in some questions. They were very interested about the book, and I wanted to ask you some of the questions. Would that be okay?
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. I'd love to hear from our readers.
Now, where did I put them? I'm going to pick out. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Before we start on those, I wanted to let you know that I brought along Gustavo.
Oh, Gustavo!
Yeah. Gustavo is going to be our model cat today, and he is going to be demonstrating some of the behavior that we're going to be discussing today.
Behavioral kitties.
That's right. So, say hi, Gustavo. Say hi. Gustavo. Gustavo, say hi. Say hi, Gustavo.
Well, hi.
Hi. Good kitty.
Nice to meet you. It's a cute cat. You know, it looks kind of like the Clinton's cat.
Oh.
The socks.
It is very nice of you to notice that. It's a new look for Gustavo. Yes.
Oh, nice little
Socks
hairdo
go
there.
like house
I like
cat.
the white trim on the face. It's cute. Okay, now some of my readers wrote in, so I write just some of the questions.
Okay.
All right. Mr. and Mrs. Edwin Zider of West Covina, California asked, in the last 4 months, our silver tabby Bon Bon has become quite hyperactive. She's constantly bouncing around the house. What should we do? This sounds like a common cat question.
It is a very common cat question, Brad. Now, I would imagine that their little kitty is doing a lot of this, you know, and getting up on the furniture and knocking things over with its tail and just being pretty much a menace. Now, there's a couple of approaches that you could take with this. First of all, you could probably beat the cat into submission, but I have found a technique that works much more effectively than that. Okay, one of the things people don't know is that cats do communicate to each other, and the way they communicate with each other is through eye language.
Eye?
Their eyes. Now,
They bat them like this?
actually, yes.
Oh, really?
Actually, that is very, very correct. Now, the way the mommy kitty gets the baby kitty to calm down when the baby kitty's doing like this, and it's all over the place, and you just want to knock it off, and it's like that. The way the mommy kitty does it is she looks it right in the eye and she gives it one of these. Like that. Right. Yes. See, now it's calming Gustavo down. See?
Nice, Gustavo.
Right.
And that works for the cat.
It works every time, guaranteed.
And it gets it because his mother does it to him, and so he thinks you're the mother?
Basically,
the
yes.
transference of aggression.
Absolutely. They're not smart animals, Brad.
Oh, really? I had a little tabby that was pretty smart, but they were always smarter than me. Okay, let's go on to our second question.
Okay.
All right. Dear Dr. Una, I'm at the end of my rope. So is Gustavo. Okay. Buttons, my house cat, absolutely refuses to use the litter box. I've tried everything I can think of. What is causing this behavior, and what do you recommend? Very truly yours, Chuck Malone, Abilene, Texas.
You know, Brad, I hear about this kind of thing all the time, and every time I hear about it, it breaks my heart. This is a very common common problem, and every single time it is because of an angry little kitty who's acting out. And almost every time it is due to an absentee daddy kitty at the time that the baby kitty was growing up. And, you know, I mean, you know the scenario. It's the daddy kitty. He's out all night tomcatting around, doesn't come home. Poor mommy kitty, I mean, she's sitting at home, crying her eyes out, worrying. Daddy kitty comes home, he's drunk. Mommy and daddy get into a fight. And daddy kitty hits mommy kitty. And, well, I mean, the message is communicated clearly to the poor little baby kitty that daddy kitty is scum, and that he can't be trusted to meet the needs of the baby kitty, and that life is really rotten. So basically what I think they should do is that you need to let your little baby kitty know that it's loved unconditionally, and if it doesn't want to use the litter box, that's just fine. That is just fine.
So the cat can just pee anywhere as long as you love it.
That's right.
Okay, that's very understanding of you, doctor, and I think that's impressive. Okay. Okay, here's another question. Dr. Faye, I've been having great difficulty getting my calico urchin to adjust to walking on a leash. I feel I need to do this for her own good. Am I doing something wrong? Elizabeth Sooner, Carlsbad, California.
Well, Elizabeth, I don't know. I can show you the technique that I use. Seems to be most effective.
There's a proper leash walking technique, and if you do that, it makes the cat like it better?
Let me show you. Okay. Gustavo and I are going to go for a little walk.
Okay.
Okay. So you've got your cat, you've got your leash, and so you take short little tugs, short little tugs to let the little kitty know who's boss. So if you're using short little tugs, you should be able to get your cat to do something. Anyway, that's how you walk your cat.
Okay, well, let's just move on. Dear Dr. Unifae, my little Piddles just loves to catch insects and maim little birds and vermin. Is there anything psychologically wrong with him? He also likes to ambush the neighbor's cat, which is rather decrepit. Any advice? Domenica Palazzi, Brooklyn, New York.
Well, like I said earlier, your little kitties are like radio receivers. So basically, if your cat is going out and catching vermin and terrorizing the neighbor cat, chances are you are too. So just cut it out.
Oh, so you really think there's something to this cat's feeding off the owner?
Absolutely.
Well, now, I'm a rather fastidious person. I don't keep a messy apartment, and I've never wanted to have an animal because I felt that if I had an animal, it might mess up, you know, my home, or I get fleas, or hair, or those kinds of things, and I never wanted an intrusion in my life. I always wanted to remain separate and detached. I thought I could always get all the human interaction or animal interaction I need through my computer. Now, is there something psychologically wrong with me?
Oh. Well, Brad, I think that...
I realize I'm not a cat.
Yes, and yes, you're not a cat, but I think you would find that the fear that you're talking about would be transferred to your cat, and although you may be a neat person, the fear of having a messy cat would produce, in fact, a messy cat.
I see. Okay. Well, I really want to thank you for this talk we've had, Dr. Unifae, and her new book, In Search of the Kitty Within, a 12-step guide to finding out where your kitty's head is at. And we'll be right back in just a moment, so stay with us.